We should forget about the private religion of this person, or you can claim to be a Christian. Tell Nigerians you are a Christian, but in the dead of the night you are worshiping Sango in your dead of the night. I don't care. I don't care what you worship in the dead of the night. What I care is your policies. What are you going to do differently? Nigerians claim to be exposed. They've traveled around the world. They see, even in the UK, the recent resignation of Boris Johnson, the consideration for the next person to succeed him, religion is not part of the discourse.
No way.
In fact, a Nigerian was being mentioned that could be a potential candidate for the position of the prime minister.
Of course, female, I know.
You can imagine. So this is how you should expect some of our people in diaspora to be thinking. But unfortunately, they are not also thinking that way. They took that mentality from here. They took it there where they are. Is there something wrong?
This goes back to, like I said,
the mindset,
the way we are educated,
the way we've been designed, the way we've been, I think it is maybe the third, fourth generation that will make this country work, because the so-called youths, they don't know anything. Look at all of a sudden, after how many years? When was the last time we had election in Nigeria?
It was almost 3 years old.
Everybody, all these so-called Nigerian youths, they went to sleep. They had another opportunity for NSAS. They had another opportunity I thought by that time, after the NSAS, they were going to organize NSAS party. I was telling somebody, I said, this youth, the way the momentum is going, after all these things settles, they will approach INEC and register a new party called NSAS party. But they all went back to sleep. It is just how many months to election? They just found one candidate, an emergency candidate, and everybody. You see these shortcuts. The way we like to do shortcuts. All of a sudden, this guy. Some few weeks ago, this guy was a member of PDP. Just few weeks ago, he was a member of PDP. No problem. He was a member of PDP. No problem. All of a sudden, all the sins are forgiven. His track record have been everything has now become new, that it is now a youth candidate. And because he is favored by the media, everywhere there's a media coverage. In fact, Mr. Hamza, just because the fact that he carries his own bag, just because the man carries his own bag is a big deal and a qualification as a presidential candidate. Do they think Nigeria is Ghana or some small African country? Do they know if Nigeria sits at the table? Forget the whole propaganda of the Western media against Nigeria. When Nigeria is at the table, when Nigeria is not at the table in African community, in the African Committee of Nations, that meeting cannot start.
Of course.
No country, I repeat myself, no country, no matter how stupid and how crazy they are, they tread carefully with Nigeria.
Of course.
Up to today.
That's true.
So I don't know how we just think Nigeria is some common. Somebody can just wake up one day and say, oh, China is this, Europe is this, and that is that, and this and this.
How long it takes them to be there?
All of a sudden, that person is their solution. And I see that it's another virtual cycle again. I'm not a politician, and you can see from the way I'm talking, I'm passionate about the country. I want to see a better country.
This is all we have.
But I can't just put my training aside and just go with the crowd, just because that is what everybody. I've been once in a while I put one or two comments on social media, and the next thing is they don't engage me intellectually. They just begin to insult me. Somebody said my education is a waste. Somebody said my education is a waste. You don't even know me. You said my entire education is a waste. You don't even know me. You don't know anything about me.
How can I get a person talking like this? How can they but I don't consider them.
You see, so we
I just feel I'm doing for my country. So
I think they are even worse. They are even worse in this mindset thing. I want us to talk on solutions so that we can wrap it up. I will spend a lot of time, and I am very happy for giving us this opportunity. I like to end on a very good note, and I like to talk about solutions. I don't like to talk about issues. We've talked about issues and problems of Nigeria enough. So you've already mentioned the way forward for education, to stop. One of the things that we have for their tertiary institution is this ASU problems. You can imagine from the days of Babangida, they've always been going on strike. So you said it all, that the solution is government. It is clear government gets into agreement with them, and government for some reason cannot fulfill that obligation because the funds are not there. So fine. The solution is they wanted autonomy. They've been granted autonomy, but they are not doing anything without autonomy. It's just like state government as well. They are not doing anything. So the solution is that I think government needs to make it mandatory for them, make it very clear to them that look, your budget for the year is out of your budget of 100%. We're setting the next 5 years to fund your budget 100%. But in 5 years' time, you will only be able to get maybe 50% of your budget.
This is what they've been doing to them. They've been giving them money, even good luck. They've been giving some partial money, not complete. But they want everything to be completed.
So they need to. So what can be done? What can be done to? Because I don't know what this. I'm not so proud of our universities. I'm telling you, because people talk about the politicians. They are illiterate. They don't have a certificate, and they prefer somebody with a PhD to govern them. But I look at the university as well. They are being governed by professors, and we still don't. And the universities are still not doing so well. They can't even run a pure water factory. Some of these universities don't even own a pure water factory, and I'm saying
that is exactly what I'm saying.
What stops a university from owning
to produce its own energy, man?
Yes.
Engineering now.
Yes.
They should be able to invest. They also call what they call university village.
Yes.
People around that area.
What stops a university from registering a company with a Corporate Affairs Commission and transfer some of the university assets to that company and use that asset as a debenture to get capital from the bank, and get a team to go to China and go and bring one or two factory into the campus, and they can develop a factory where they can begin to manufacture something, where they can create jobs for students on campus and even graduates, and they can begin to export some of their produce to the market internally and externally.
Yes.
What is the law in Nigeria that stops ASU from taking this initiative?
They're just so eager. They want to take exactly as the politicians are taking, and they forget politicians have.
But where is our Nigerian students? Where the Nigerian students should now begin to demand from this? Because if you train us, that means you are training us to fail. You are training us to be useless to ourselves. If you cannot take the initiative to also change the lot of the university revenue, there's something is wrong. So I really wish somebody would listen to this, and we can begin to see
you can never tell. You always have somebody who, one or two, may not be exact number, but it's gradually.